hello everyone, and welcome to the very next episode of The Remedy with Tova Sido and
Janice Gaunt and
Tom Bridwell.
Yay!
Yay! I'm so glad to be back.
I know.
You miss a week. It's like a long time.
I know.
Because it's like 2 weeks. But
I know.
I don't know. It feels even longer than that. But I thought y'all did a great job last week. Thanks for letting me stay at the lake.
Oh, no problem.
I kind of feel bad when I say I'm going to be at the lake and you're not at the lake.
Well, we didn't go to the lake because of our new puppy.
Oh,
yeah. So, we didn't go. We were going to go maybe on Saturday, but Tom always works on Monday, so we wouldn't stay.
Even if it's holiday.
Well, yeah, actually.
Yeah. Because, it's not like a big holiday, but it was.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
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 Tom, how are you today?
I'm really good. I'm really good. We had just a very stimulating lunch. And
for our listeners, the three of us just went to lunch with a very unique human being. And all I know is that I've laughed harder in the last 10 minutes about that bizarre lunch than I have in a long time.
It was loony.
The blood is flowing.
The blood is flowing is the best. Anyway, we don't need to. We'll spare you all the details of it, but we bonded. The three of us bonded.
For sure.
Tova was sitting across the table from me, and Tom was sitting across the table from this person. And this person was going on, and then I kept looking at Tova.
I couldn't look at you. By the way, we had lunch at Neighborhood Services, and that place was phenomenal.
It was really
the one
good.
on Oaklawn.
Yeah, I had not been in there.
We need to get a hold of Nick and tell him he needs to be one of our sponsors.
Really, because
No
it was
question
really
about
good.
it.
That was a phenomenal, great suggestion, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to thank our sponsors for today's show. Speaking of, Molly Hurt and Marcy Hager are. Do you know them? Do you know those names?
Yes.
They're both realtors. They're sisters. They're precious. They're so fun. And they are huge fans of The Remedy. They say it's free therapy. I agree.
I agree, too. Thank you for being a contributor.
So, they gave a very generous donation to us, and we're very, very grateful. Okay, do you want to introduce our topic for today, Janice?
Sure.
Since
weird
you came up with
things that make you happy as an adult. This is
love
the
it.
day of weird.
Yeah, it's thematic.
It is thematic. So far, it's been a lot of that. So anyway, this is just it's weird things that make you happy as an adult. So
Versus weird things that make you happy as a child.
Yes.
Like a new piece of bubble gum.
Yeah.
I don't get excited about that anymore.
I might if it's
Really?
bazooka.
Oh, I do love bazooka.
I do too.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Where did you find this, by the way? And there's only like 6 of them on there, so we're adding to it.
Yeah. I found this on. I don't know. I don't know how I found it.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
And true.
It is true. Okay, you want me to read them? I'll read the first one, and then we'll talk about it.
Perfect.
So the first one is writing with a nice pen, and the picture's really cute because this woman is writing, and coming out of her mouth it says, "This is life-changing." And what's funny about that this morning I had a client, and I was writing out his receipt, and I had 4 pens that did not write.
Are you serious?
in this pen jar. And I was like, oh, wait, hold on one second. And then hold on one second. Finally, I had to go back into the laundry room where I have some stuff and get a pen that wrote. So I thought it was hilarious that I actually experienced that.
That is so funny. Do either one of you, Tom or Janice, do either one of you have any affinity towards a specific kind of pen? Like, do you get excited about the way a pen writes?
Yes. I like a roller pen.
Me too.
You do?
Yeah. What about you, Tom?
I like the smallest Sharpie felt tip pen. Not the marker, but the very fine point.
Oh.
Whoa. I haven't used that one.
I don't think I have either.
But it's pretty, it's the permanent ink, and if you make a mistake, you've definitely got to get out the whiteout.
You got to start over.
But truthfully, I'm more of a pencil guy.
Oh, you are.
I like pencils too.
I like if it's really, if it can't be too sharp, or then it'll break.
I like those ones that are.
Oh, the click ones.
Yeah, click, click.
The lead that you loaded
I like
up
those.
with. Yeah. The only thing about the marker pens, do they go through the paper?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. You have to be really careful, or you will go through onto the marble or table, whatever you're on. You got to put something underneath there.
So when you guys write, do you print or cursive?
I print. My cursive is not. It's not good.
Okay.
Since college, I've been all caps printing. All
I
caps printing.
could have absolutely, if you asked me, Tom, how do you think I write? I would have said that exact thing.
You would have
I would have said that exact thing.
all caps.
I was thinking it.
all caps
I bet
all the time.
It's because it's the most organized looking.
that
It's
makes
the most
sense
uniform when it's like you write a whole page of all caps and it's like very uniform and neat.
Was it hard for you to do that?
I just
a lot
made
of work.
myself start doing it. I think around high school I just started doing that, and by the time I was in college, that's all I ever did.
to me. And I bet it's not big.
No, I like to keep it small. As a matter
Yep.
of fact, if
I could totally predict this about
this is
him.
hilarious. Whenever I'm keeping the scorecard at golf,
Uh-huh.
I've been accused of being a laser printer.
Oh, that's a compliment.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Strict parents.
So how would you have predicted that, Tova?
I don't know. I can predict or think of strange things about people that tend to be true. I think it's like an intuitive thing. Like one time, so on Wednesday mornings, I teach yoga to the high school basketball team, Hillcrest High School basketball team. And I don't know these boys at all. Okay. All I know is I teach them yoga. And yeah, I might know a few of their names. I don't know anything about their families, anything about their lives, anything about how they are academically or athletically, really, outside of doing yoga. My only exposure to them is I walk in 9:00 on Wednesdays, teach yoga, walk out at 10. That's it. And so I was having lunch with Carter while he was home over Christmas. And he was like, how's the yoga going? And I'm telling him about it. And I was like, and I just love Izzy. And he seems so da-da-da. And I'm like talking about all the boys and what I love about each of them. And Carter was like, how do you know? You know everything about these. You describe them perfectly, Mom. He's like, how do you know those things about them? I was like, I don't know.
The way they do yoga?
It's just something about people's energy speaks to me, and I can tell weird things about them.
Well,
And I'm usually spot on.
So what about the chick today?
I can't say it because it's not nice. And I'm in a good mood.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird knack.
yeah. I guess so. Tom, are you a little OCD?
Very much so.
Yeah, that's where those caps. That would make sense to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
And he looks laid back, but and appears to be very calm and laid back, and yet I think there's so much more going on inside that head of yours, Tom.
Yeah. Well, and that OCD.
You're not wrong.
I think a lot of musicians are OCD because there's a lot to know and remember, and you play it right correctly, so to speak.
But I think because they're artsy, maybe they don't come across as quite meticulous, but like you're very meticulous, Tom. I can tell.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's so interesting. My mother had beautiful penmanship. I mean, she really, until she died, it got a little shaky at the end, but she wrote beautifully. And my handwriting is just terrible, so I think I'm going to start doing what Tom does and see how that works.
It looks really nice.
Yeah.
I like that kind of print.
Yeah.
We really don't write that much anymore. That's the crazy thing is we have our
kinda
phones
sad.
and it's just easy to communicate that way.
It's
But
a lost art.
About the only thing we write anymore, I guess, is maybe checks when you're paying bills.
True.
If you still do that.
I don't
on
even do
paper.
that.
Yeah.
I write some thank you notes.
Yeah, I write thank you
I
notes.
should write thank you notes.
I love because
Yes, you should if you're a West Texas boy.
Yes, I know. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
okay, what's next,
Okay,
Janice?
next. Having class canceled.
No, it's not having class canceled. It's having plans.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm like, no, we don't have to go to class anymore.
Speaking of
Boy, she really took it out of you, Janice.
really did. I have never been so exhausted.
My class. When the last time you were in a classroom? What the hell?
It actually hadn't been that long.
Fair.
Okay, having plans canceled.
This was my favorite one.
So you could, okay, I'm so excited. My plans have canceled. So now I get to,
Do nothing.
and what does do nothing look like?
Whatever I want to do. I don't have to do that thing. And like, I love making plans and I love getting together with people. But if a plan cancels, it's like a bonus hour to your day or life, or like I will feel completely guilt-free sitting in my Chase Lounge reading if somebody cancels plans, because I was supposed to be doing the plan.
Yeah.
And now it's canceled.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And sometimes I like on a Saturday, late Saturday afternoon, if we're supposed to go have dinner with someone and that somebody cancels and I'm tired or something, I can be like,
stay home.
Oh yeah, now we get to just pick up or have food delivered and go back in the movie room and watch a movie and
Build
I
a
can
fire.
I can be pretty
I'm gonna put my sweats on.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like to cancel plans, Tom? Or are you always ready to go?
No, it's one of my favorite things. I feel like we see the calendar and I feel like my wife sometimes thinks that something needs to be filled. Oh, there's an empty Saturday in February. Let's fill that with something. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. But anytime something gets canceled on a weekend, I feel like I'm always okay with it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Me too. And I do think that is a weird thing about that an adult would appreciate. I mean, if Anna plans canceled on Saturday night, she'd be devastated.
I know.
Like, what am I going to do? I'm like, get your jammies on. Let's build a fire. Stay home.
Yeah.
But that would be miserable for her.
Yeah. Well, her whole life revolves around plans.
Yeah, for sure.
That's funny.
Oh, I bet a lot of people will be like, heck yeah, I love when plans cancel.
Yeah, and I can remember when my kids were young and are in high school and middle school, and they had so many activities that you would go to. And then if they canceled a soccer game or something because of weather, I was always so excited to not have to do that extra thing on like a Saturday afternoon or a Wednesday afternoon.
There was nothing better than a baseball rain out. Yes! Yes, I don't have to go to wherever to watch a 3-hour baseball game.
Yeah, now I go to all of my grandkids' activities. I mean, I went to Owen's on last night.
He's playing basketball, right?
He's playing basketball. He plays in like 3 different leagues. And so he was at the Sportsplex. And I got there and they had canceled the game, but nobody told me about it. But I was fine. I was like, but I love watching him play basketball.
Oh, that's cute.
It's really fun.
Basketball, I can do. It's an hour. It's at Sportsplex. Baseball was like in Mansfield in the freezing cold for 3 hours.
Yeah,
outside.
those games are long.
Yeah.
And you can't
Or
do it
it's
inside.
either too hot or too cold.
Yeah.
It's never just right.
Yeah. All right, next one. I'm sure this is your fave, Tom. Freshly cleaned sheets.
There's really nothing better.
I agree. I love it.
I love how that they've been slightly shrunken by the dryer, so they're really tight and usually pretty cool.
And if my housekeeper made the bed, which she did, if it's this and changed the sheets, she folds back and then tucks in. I mean, it's real tucked.
Yeah.
When Erica makes my bed, and I love that feeling.
I tell you what, I'm like that too. When our sheets are clean, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. It's clean sheets. And Tom's like, I just don't get that. I mean, he doesn't have any idea about it. But I had to have a different woman come and clean our house on Monday, I guess it was Wednesday last week, and she didn't put the sheets on correctly.
Oh.
So I literally had to unmake it and remake it because I'm like you were talking about that bottom sheet, and it's hard to get on tight. But once it's on,
feels so
and then
good.
I fold the sheet back on the blanket and tuck it all in. Yeah,
I'm sure you make your bed every day.
I do.
Yeah. And I know you do too, Tom.
Or like Tom did today.
I'm sure you.
Tom.
Oh yeah. I don't make it, but we do. Maureen makes the bed every day before she leaves.
Do you, Tova?
Oh, it's the first thing I do when I get out of bed.
Yeah, I just think there may be airborne cootie bugs.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Our
doesn't
dog is
feel
always
good.
sleeping on the bed, so if the sheets aren't up, she'll just sleep right on the sheet. Like she'll be in the bed if we don't.
She'll sleep where y'all sleep.
Yeah,
That's
she'll-
cute.
right up against the pillows.
She's not dumb.
No,
of course not.
beats the heck out of the crate or the doggy bed on the
If
floor.
I was her, I'd sleep in my bed too.
Yeah, me too. All right. Oh, I like this one. Eating the corner brownie.
I have no energy for that.
What about you, Tom?
I think I like this because the corner usually has a little bit crispier texture
Yes.
than the gooey center. So if you're into the crispy crunch, then the corner is a pretty good piece.
Yeah,
I
that
just don't
makes
like
sense.
chocolate or brownies. or-
Well, see, I it's the brownie thing is not the thing for me, but when I love massacring a chocolate cake. So the way and what I do with it is my piece of cake, if I get to do it my way, then I slice my cake with probably a half inch of cake, and the whole rest of it is icing. So I'll like take a fourth of one. It's round, a round cake.
oh, so you really dig the icing. It's the icing situation.
And
that
I
you're
like,
after.
but I like that little bit of
Crunchy.
of cake.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's Tom's birthday cake, he's always like, "You cannot massacre my cake." He said, because he will take his cake, he'll eat it for like a week, and then he takes pieces, cuts it in pieces, puts it in plastic wrap, and then puts cellophane around it and stacks it in the refrigerator. And that cake will last him basically until the following year on his birthday.
And it stays fresh?
Yeah, because he wraps it really tightly in plastic wrap and then puts it in aluminum foil and makes that real tight, and then he freezes it. I might have said the refrigerator, but it's the freezer.
Okay.
So it freezes, and then when he, like at night,
like a piece of cake.
he always has a dessert at night.
Every night?
Every night, but not always cake. And so he will take out a piece, and it will thaw, and then he gets to have that piece. How about that?
Wow.
I
He's
need
so
to do that
lean.
next time. My birthday's coming up in February, and Maureen always makes me my favorite dessert. So I'm going to try this freezer method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we waste a lot of cake.
I know. You throw it away because by
totally
the time
throw it away.
Yeah.
Because it goes bad and
he will literally, because his pieces are probably 2 inches
oh, that's a
in
tiny
deep,
piece.
so it's not big.
Yeah,
So
it's
I mean,
just a
he
little
gets a
bite.
bunch of it. Well, I mean, it's a 2-inch thick,
Oh,
but
that's
it's a whole piece of
piece.
cake.
Oh, that's kind of a big piece of cake.
Yeah. So yeah, he does that every year. When's your birthday?
Yeah,
Tom?
I was about to ask that too.
It's February 17th, which I think is a Friday this year.
Oh,
Very
fun.
Party.
Yeah. Tom's is February 4th,
Oh, wow. So he's in Aquarius as well.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. All I know is I'm a Libra, so that's
all that matters is what I am.
Yeah, I don't know any of the other ones either.
Yeah, I'm afraid everybody in my family would agree with that statement, Tova.
That's hilarious.
What am I? A Libra. What are you? I don't know. What are your children? I don't know.
What about your husband?
I don't know.
Sounds about right.
There's Janice. Okay, the next one is cleaning the dryer lint screen.
I don't have a lot of energy around that either.
And I don't really get a whole lot of relief from that, but I always do it.
Oh, wow.
before I put anything in there.
Oh, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Your house may burn.
Wow.
And it doesn't dry as fast.
Still
No.
not scared.
She's still not scared, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So cleaning out the lint thing helps
Yeah.
it be more efficient.
Correct. Yes.
Good to know.
The next one is enjoying coffee in that brief time before anyone else wakes up.
Amen.
I know, me too.
Oh, that's like the best,
It is. It really is.
especially for people with littles.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got munchkins that are about to wake up and all hell's about to break loose, you have to have a breath.
You really do, because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't, then your coffee will get cold, and then it's just not the same. And in the early morning when it's quiet, with my devotional books
Mm-hmm.
and my cup of coffee, it's my happy time.
Oh, totally. I could not agree more. You know, and another thing that I thought about that I would add to this is I drink my coffee really slow because I, like you, do my devotional time during it, and just thought, thinking and planning for my day, and so I drink my coffee. So I usually leave about halfway through my coffee and go microwave it for like 15 seconds, and then I go back and sit down and get under my blanket and I love that feeling. Like my coffee's warm again. I'm still back in my place. Do you wake up before your munchkin, before Betty?
I don't.
Is it Betty or Betsy?
Betty.
Betty. Okay, I got
I
it right.
love that name
I do
for her.
too.
Thank you very much.
So cute.
And it's Betty on the birth certificate. It's not short for anything.
I really love it. It's an old school name that's just so.
What would Betty be
Cute.
short for?
Elizabeth is what my grandmother's name was. And she was Betty as well, but Elizabeth.
Oh, I never knew that.
I didn't either.
I love Betty.
I do wake up
I think you have
early.
to be beautiful if your name's Betty. Okay, sorry, Tom. Go ahead. You wake up early.
Well, I mean, she wakes up very early, but it is a rare thing for me to wake up before her. She is very energetic. We put her to bed really early too, so that's probably why she wakes up early. But she goes to bed at 8:15, and usually at 6:30 she's awake before her alarm goes off. I set mine for 7. On the weekends, we don't set the alarm, and she's always up before me. But I think there will be a day soon where I will be waking up before her when she gets into the teenage years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
If
can't.
she's
get 'em
anything
up.
like her cousins and my nieces and nephews, there will be 3 or 4 hours before she's awake.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
I can't wait.
George, he's my 17-year-old. I was like, hey, let's go have brunch together on Sunday, and he's like, fabulous. And we have this hole in the wall Mexican joint that we love, and they have the best huevos rancheros. And I went in at 10:30, 11, come on, George, let's get up, but I'm looking at him. He's like, out. He looks so comfy, cozy. I didn't have the heart to wake him at 12:30. I was leaving to go play golf and we missed brunch. And I was like, hey buddy, I'm going to go play golf. He's like, no. We're going to Casa Navarro. I go, dude, it's 12:30. I've been waiting for you all morning. And I said, should I have woke you up? He was like, no, but I mean, there's going to come a day. And like you said, Tom, it's going to come like a freight train.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, dude, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. It's time to get up.
Yeah, it's true. Well, okay, so those are the ones that we had on this little thing. I don't know where I got it. But so what are some, so Tova, you and Tom and I will too, we'll think of some other things that really kind of give us that happy feeling that I say that's the kind of feeling where you kind of want to do the happy dance. You're just like, yes.
Yes. And I tried to really think of things that I did not appreciate or would have never understood when I was younger. But as I've gotten older, it just feels really good, like that coffee time.
Yeah.
I wrote down right after I paid all my bills.
Oh, yeah.
I love that feeling when all the bills are paid.
I like it. Do you pay your bills once a month?
None of them are automatic?
Only one.
Okay.
Only one. For some reason, I don't trust the automatic. Not that I'm a conspiracy theorist at all, but I'm afraid I would stop paying attention.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
I like
That's
paying
good.
attention to my finances.
I hear you. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Like last month, I really did not pay that much attention, and I was doing my bills because my kids were home, and it was just kind of chaos. I was doing my bills this month. This is why I pay attention. Carter, while he was home, spent almost $500 in Ubers
Oh my goodness.
while he was home.
Well,
No.
at least he wasn't driving.
Well, that's what he said. Oh, Mom, I don't want to ever drink and drive. Well, I don't want you to either. But maybe you just don't have to drink. Or maybe you just don't have to go. $500? I was like, dude, I cannot sleep on my credit card. I can't.
No, you can't.
And, sometimes people have used my card. I mean, my card's been stolen several times.
It has.
And one of them, it was Ubers. Like somebody...
Oh, really?
And so you think it's just your Ubers or your kids' Ubers. And it was somebody like out of New York was using my Uber account.
You know what? That
my
happened
credit
to
card.
me too. It was like in New York and I think in San Francisco. And yeah, same thing.
I like to pay attention to my money. Do either of y'all have any satisfaction out of like when you get done paying all your bills?
No.
Can you geek out about that at all?
No.
Tom?
I can't. I really can't geek out about that.
I can't anymore because ever since we've been doing it electronically, it's kind of, they all hit at different times of the month. So I do love the satisfaction of seeing at the end of the month when that last one hits how much money I actually have left.
And if it's good, then you're really feeling
Yes,
good.
of course.
I
But
totally agree.
Since I do remember doing all the bills at one time, and you're right, when you're done with that, it is a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't had that in a while just because of the
There's a lot of
luxuries
satisfaction
of,
for me with that.
electronic payments and stuff.
I tell you what's a really great thing. It's good news, bad news.
What?
About getting older. Bad news is that you're getting older.
Yeah.
And good news is, so I've started collecting Social Security. And so that's
wait.
deposited into my account.
You've talked about this, and I'm so giddy about
Oh my gosh. It is like, okay. It's really fun.
it. Thanks, big GOV.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad, but we're going to be going digital, so I'm not sure that'll still happen. Oh, gosh. I tell you, one of the things that's interesting was I was thinking about this. I get such satisfaction once all of my Christmas decorations are up
Oh, yeah.
and the house is all
Everybody
done.
just is like, oh,
yeah.
that's like,
It feels so good.
and your house looks so clean.
It gets clean, and then you go sit in the living room and with the Christmas lights and everything. And then the next time I kind of feel that same feeling is when it's all cleaned up.
Oh, yeah. When it's all put away.
Because we use a real tree. Tom doesn't
do
want
too.
an artificial one. And by the end of,
it's
by
dead.
January 1, I mean, needles are all over the floor.
Yeah.
And once we get all of it back up and it's all clean, I have that woohoo feeling.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's my favorite,
Yeah.
is all of it put back up.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I bet that doesn't surprise me, Tom.
No,
Gotcha.
I love having all of the straight lines back and none of the curvy lines.
None of the extra.
Yep.
Yeah, your home is beautiful, but your home is like mine. It's minimal. You're a minimalist.
Me too.
Yeah, yours is too.
It's very
much
minimalist.
So. Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
like that.
It's true. We all kind of have that same. Our homes don't look the same, but they feel the same in that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of clutter.
Yeah.
Well, staying on the same theme as with cleanliness, the one that I came up with two. One is leftovers. I really get overexcited when we have this plan to kill the leftovers. Like tomorrow night, we're going to have that. And then the next morning, we're going to have that. And the fridge will be empty, ready for the new groceries. I love getting rid of leftovers and not
But
wasting them.
Oh, you want to make sure you eat them.
Okay, so I know this is going to sound crazy, but if you've ever had, do either one of you have a steamer? A steam oven?
I don't have a steam oven, but I have a steamer.
Well, okay, a steamer in the shower, that's amazing too, but I'm talking about a steam oven.
I was going to say, you take your leftovers in the shower?
No, yeah, Kramer.
That could be fun.
No. I mean a steam oven. A steam oven is the most amazing appliance ever. I didn't know what one was until we built this house 7 years ago. Maureen said, we're getting one of these, and I said, okay. And now it is the best way to reheat leftovers. It almost makes them better than the first time.
Well, wait, how big is that appliance?
It's about the size of a microwave.
Oh, yeah?
It cooks with just really hot, like steam. I mean, it cooks super fast.
How come I've never heard of this before?
And it just injects moisture back into the food.
It's brilliant.
It is amazing.
Yeah, because you think about putting it in the microwave and you picture that things are going to dry.
Yes.
Yeah, you
That's
have to
what the
hit
microwave
it just
does.
right.
The microwave heats up the moisture in the food, and so that dissipates out of it. And yes, it's fast and very convenient, but if you can just wait a little longer and you care about the taste, you want to make it worth the calories.
No wonder you love your leftovers.
I'm telling you, well, we don't always have them, but when we do, it's so fun to get them out of the fridge, but also eating them is really good because the steamer makes it a good experience.
Is your steamer built in?
Yes.
Okay.
Like a drawer?
Like when they did your...
Yes, it's built in over by the fridge, and it's one of those things. I just never knew there was even that option, and now that I know about it, I don't think
Kudos to your bride.
I would rather have a steamer, and I could never have a microwave for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hear that.
Yeah. That could be fun.
I know. Now you're making me want one.
I know, me too.
Wow. Next house I build, when Craig and I build our next house.
Where's it going to be?
Probably right next door to you.
Okay, come on. We would have a great time.
I'm not sure, but I mean, we got to do something. But now I know I want a steamer.
But I kind of feel that way about the air fryer. When I put I put the sweet potato waffle fries in that air fryer. And I mean, they are so good and crispy. I get really kind of excited about that too.
Wow.
Yeah. That makes me happy.
Keeping on this same thing, one of the things that I geek out about in my house, one of the things that weirdly makes me happy as an adult is a clean and everything put away laundry room.
Oh, yeah?
No laundry in the laundry room. There's no laundry in the dirty. There's nothing to put away. There's nothing in the dryer or the washer to move or fold. When my laundry room is empty, that's so satisfying.
Well, do you have a countertop in your laundry room and a sink? See, I use that countertop and I kind of stash stuff. So now I'm thinking I might need to clean that off.
Well, I just get a lot of satisfaction when that counter is empty.
Yeah.
And there's nothing anywhere. There's nothing in the basket. There's nothing in the washer. There's nothing in the dryer.
Do your kids do their own laundry?
They do.
That's helpful too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tom does his. I do mine.
Yeah, I do my own. Our housekeeper does a load of the whatever the kids have.
Yeah,
she does whatever she has time for on Friday. But anything that they need or want in the week, they do it.
Is that woman still working for you that was working for you when you were sick?
No, she went back to Honduras.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, but I have my same housekeeper. I've had the same housekeeper since I bought my home in 1999.
Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. How many days a week does she work for you?
Just one.
Does she work
Fridays.
for other people every other day?
She works. I think she has a house a day.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, she does a phenomenal job. But I can really geek out about the laundry room cleanliness.
Yeah, that's fun.
Tom, what was your second one?
It would be once a year I get my car detailed.
Oh, I love that feeling too.
And you get that back.
Wow.
And when I mean detail, I mean it's there all day, and it costs up to
bazillion.
It costs like $400 to $500 depending on how much how big your car is. But the car detail
does
is
feel
a
so
great feeling.
good. I agree with that one. You know what's good about you, Tom, is all this talk about how neat and tidy and organized you like things. Which also means you have really good hygiene. And that's
Yeah, I was sitting by you today,
really
and you smelled really good.
important
Tom.
to me.
Well, thank you.
Like, I could never date somebody with poor hygiene.
No.
But I think a lot of people have poor hygiene.
Yeah, that would be a deal breaker for me.
Of course it would be a deal breaker. But like, I think that people who are meticulous in their lives probably are the people who have the best hygiene. You know, they probably have the best teeth. They probably have the best body smell. It's really important to me.
If you can handle a little bit of pot smell, a little bit, that's about the worst you'll have to deal with me.
I think that's across the board with a lot of people these days. I don't think you're the only one with
I am definitely the cleanest stoner on the block.
I've never noticed one thing about that.
Me
about
neither. After I had my knee surgery, I got some gummies from Colorado for pain, and then this friend of mine told me about these CBD and THC gummies for sleep. And they have a 2 milligrams of THC and CBD and all of that. But it will stay in your brain for 30 days. So, but I started taking them, and I smoked a little pot when I was in high school and college.
Back in the day.
And when I chew those gummies, they taste really good. It makes me weirdly happy
because of
the taste.
Even though
there's
smell?
No, it's the taste.
Or the hint of that taste.
It's the hint of the taste.
And that taste is how it smells.
True.
It is exactly like it
Isn't
smells.
It's so unique that way.
Yeah. So it's funny, and when I unscrew the top, I can kind of smell it, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun.
Do they help with your sleep?
Yes, they really
People
do.
Swear by those.
They're really good. There's a company, and right now I'm blank on it, that you order them from, and they'll mail them to you because they are legal, because there's just not enough in it.
A trace.
But it actually really helps.
Yeah, people talk about
a lot
how much that helps.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's mentioned that several times.
I can't remember the name of the company.
Maybe
Maybe it's the THC that's in my brain.
Maybe we'll have a future sponsor from a CBD company.
Well, we could do that.
Oh, there's going to be, I mean, give it what, 5 more years and it's going to be all over.
No doubt.
Well,
so speaking of sleep, another one on my list is those nights that I get to go to bed really early. I love.
So what's really early?
8:30.
Yeah, I can do that.
I usually don't turn out the light, but if I'm in my bed reading 8 to 8:30 and then the light's out by 9, that's like manna from heaven.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I usually I get in bed about 9. And I read this one little devotional at night, and when I get in that bed, I'm weirdly happy.
Oh, me too.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, we both really love our bed, and we both really value sleep, and we both sleep really good.
Yeah, we do,
which is awesome.
Yeah,
a lot of people really struggle with sleep.
I know.
I have struggled with sleep when I was getting divorced, and anytime I was going through something difficult, it really manifested in my sleep.
Yeah, it does. Me too. I took a picture of this company that sells those. It's called Deep Sleep. And that's what you ask for. But the company is Medterra, Medterra. And you can look at that online and you can order those. And they really, really do help me. Because sometimes I'll get in bed and I don't do it all the time anymore because I don't have knee pain and stuff. But sometimes I just get in bed and my eyes are just wide open, and so that will help.
Yep.
So if anybody needs
put you to sleep, that's great. That's a great. That they should sponsor us as well.
They should. By the way, if any of you wonderful, fabulous listeners would like for us to have y'all sponsor us, and then we will talk about your company or your restaurant or
Your product.
whatever it is. We'll talk about it on air and hopefully increase some of your sales. And then
Not even hopefully. We're so big and we're so awesome that it will. It'll make a difference.
We really have a lot of listeners, and some of you who are listening now may have had a little trouble over the past few weeks because we've changed, because our producer is different. So, so if you're wondering about how the best way is to tell people how to follow it, it's on YouTube. And what's the best thing for them to do? Podcast app, Tom?
Yeah, the Apple Podcast app is going to be
That's where I listen
one
to
of
it.
the places. Then you've also got Spotify. I have not hooked it up on podcast.com yet, but I will. I just haven't done that. But I would say Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. Those are
Okay,
the
so
four.
Apple Podcasts, that's an
Yes.
app? Okay,
Yep.
I don't
yeah.
have that. Yeah.
It's the little purple one that comes on your Apple phone.
your
It
app.
just
Yeah.
says podcast.
Yeah.
That's considered the Apple platform.
Okay, good.
But I
It's
think
the most common one.
Yeah,
Good.
it is the most common. But with this new platform, now you have to do a new search for the podcast. So I think that's
like
where
if you
people
want
are getting
so you go to
little
the Apple
hiccup.
thing and then put in the remedy.
That's
Yes.
right.
Again.
The
The
remedy.
remedy. And there will be two groups of podcasts. There will be the new ones with me and the old ones that you guys did before you met me.
Okay.
So-
But they're all there under the
Yes.
same name and they look the same. But everything beyond the number 220 is going to be the new stuff.
That's right.
Okay, good.
Okay, I have a couple more. I said a really long, hot bath or shower. Mm-hmm. I would have never done that when I was a teenager.
Yeah, me neither.
But ooh, I love it now.
I like a bath. I take a bath.
Do you like your shower too?
Well, our shower water pressure is not great. The one in the so Tom uses another shower because the water pressure is so much better. So I just get in the bath, and then I have one of those wand things that I can take off and wash my hair in the bathtub. And I love sitting in the bathtub and watching TV.
Oh, that's cute. I don't have a TV in my bathroom.
Oh, well, we could get you one.
Nope. I think I kind of like it that I don't, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
But then I put my makeup on with my TV show too. So,
what's your TV show?
well, I have some pretty weird ones. I watch cooking shows,
Oh, so
like
do
the
I.
baking shows, like the cookie bake-offs.
Oh.
And I like that. And I like, let's see, the Just Married, the reality TV show about people getting married. It's so weird.
It's called Just Married.
Uh-huh.
And they're, have you ever watched on HBO Couples Therapy?
No.
I've seen it.
Do you like it,
have?
Tom?
It was a little awkward because I can't really tell how real it is.
I just think it's really real.
Yeah.
Am I naive?
No, you're not naive. I just don't know. I guess I haven't watched enough of it, but I got the impression because it's an HBO production that it's potentially a little staged.
I'm sure it is.
Like the Housewives. I mean, I think a lot of the Housewives shows, I
yeah.
mean, there's some staging
Now, I
in
could
there.
see that.
And there's some of it's real as well, you know, but
The reality shows obviously are very, very. Those are not even. They're close to scripted, but the HBO thing I'm sure is not scripted. But I feel like they, in order to make everything on there interesting, they do have to do some editing and.
yeah. Yeah.
know,
My very favorite show that I've watched it since the beginning, is Survivor. I've watched every season.
Really?
Have you seen Alone?
I love Alone.
No.
I love
Alone is amazing.
What's it about?
It's similar to Survivor.
So
but
hardcore.
I think I've never seen Survivor, but I feel like it's in the same
Yeah.
genre. But they basically take 10 people, they drop them in a remote location, well away from each other, to where they'll never find each other.
all alone.
Yeah, and they're all alone, and the last person to not tap out wins a cash prize.
And they
So
can
then-
take like how many items? Is it 9 or 10 items?
Yes, there's this list of like 30 items, and they can choose 10 or so. And,
Yes.
and they
Like a
just
knife or a
yes.
fire starter or
Well, so then if they freak out, then they'll
pan.
come and get them.
Yes,
so
they-
they
you can
get
push a button.
Well, the
Okay.
crazy thing
To
is
get
that
out.
they're by themselves. So they give that one of the things they give all of these people is a bunch of cameras and equipment to record themselves. Oh. And then every week or maybe it's every other day, they come and they come get all of their memory cards with all their footage, and then they edit the show together from their own camera stuff. So like,
It's
there
so
isn't a
fascinating.
camera crew there with them. It's them filming themselves.
And they have to
Oh.
kill everything they eat. They have to find all their food or fish or
Yes.
eat a plant.
That's
Yes.
scary, isn't
It's
it? Kind of
crazy.
scary.
It's-
Do they carry a tent?
And a
with
lot
them?
of them are really cold. They build a home. So
Oh.
they get like wood and they get like
branches and stuff,
Yes.
like on Survivor.
They build shelters for
That's my
themselves.
favorite part of the show is the shelter making.
Isn't it
the way that
fascinating
they
how
all do it
smart?
differently? Yes, it's crazy.
Is
You're
it
like-
all different ages?
Some of them
people?
are so cozy
Yes,
too.
yes, it's all different
Yeah.
ages.
Gender. I mean, there's only 2
And
genders.
a lot of them, a lot of these people are very, very granola types. Like, and some of the ones that you're like, that they're going to go far. Some they don't, and then other ones that you think are like city boys.
Yeah.
they end up going really far. Like it's wild.
Yeah, and when the women the women really impress me because I mean, surviving out and like killing your own food, and then the fact that like a lot of these men are a lot bigger, so
Yeah.
they've got more to work with physically, and
Do they have fire starter?
it can be one of your things.
Nobody ever chooses that though. Not that
Yeah,
I've never
'cause
seen
they
anybody
They make
choose
their
that.
own, like
Yeah.
on Survivor.
Yeah,
because they can do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
and yeah.
it's really.
Would you ever do that?
No way.
I would go crazy. I would hate to
The
be
alone part.
Yeah,
It's, the
that's
alone
it.
is that's the challenge that I
For
don't think
all
any
of
of
them.
these contestants they don't see that being a thing, but it really is. The ones that make it really far,
You're
then they
exactly
start
right.
to deal with the alone factor.
Yeah.
And that is
The
really what
loneliness.
starts to set in, and it's crazy. Like they
It's-
start to sort of go batty.
Yeah.
It's not like when
can
I
see
went
it.
to the Four Seasons by myself.
No, that
I was
it's-
alone.
So
And it was really.
and you survived just fine.
I did.
Okay, but the question is, if you were alone, could you, if somebody said you have to stay in this beautiful, schwanky hotel room for 45 days straight without seeing one other person, not even the cleaning lady,
No,
could you do that?
no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No.
I know you think you could, but
I'm like, what?
I think after like
Really?
3 days, you'd be like, it's been a month already. And they're like, no, it's only been 3
No,
days.
that would be really hard.
Yeah.
Like no connection with the outer world, no phone,
Yeah.
no connecting with your people.
So yeah, you couldn't call your grandkids.
no, no.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I
You
don't want to
would
do
paint
that.
a face on a volleyball and
yeah, exactly.
name it Wilson.
Exactly. You sure would.
Name it Wilson.
Well,
Oh, that's the brand of basketball. That's so funny.
Did you see that movie with Tom?
Castaway?
Yeah, Castaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
That remember his volleyball
Yeah,
that was his
yeah,
buddy
yeah,
that floated away, and then
yeah.
like all of a sudden you're crying
Yes.
because he's missing Wilson, the volleyball. That was really,
When it was
I'd
like a child.
forgotten
It
about
was nuts.
Oh my
Really-
gosh.
really a great movie. Do you have? What are some of yours?
I don't. I mean, I think the ones that you would think would be mine. Like, I love sitting around with my family. It makes me weirdly happy, and my grandchildren. I mean, when everybody's there, it is just
Heaven.
it's heaven to me.
Yeah.
And I just sit there and smile at all of them.
It's really
I think they're
cute.
funny, and my kids are funny.
Your kids
you
are
know?
funny.
So it's weird. How much joy that brings to me.
I think that I don't think there's anything weird about that. But I do think that there's that is something that comes with age. And sitting around with family would not have made any of my children's lists.
No,
I don't
that's
think.
right. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I
No,
agree.
no offense to any of us.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you're going to giggle at this, Janice. I put one of the things that makes me weirdly happy as an adult is a first class international flight.
Oh, it makes me happy too. Oh, yes.
You don't want the plane to land.
No.
It's warm. You've got that blanket. It smells like warm nuts. You've probably had at least 2 glasses of wine.
I have champagne first because you get that first before you take off.
Yeah, because you're going somewhere fabulous. I remember coming back from Iceland with Mary Catherine, and I think the flight was only like 9 or 10 hours. And I remember thinking, oh, can't we just circle? Can't we just circle? That is an adult appreciation.
It really is.
Tom, have you done that?
My first international first class flight is going to be this summer. I've done it once in coach, and it sucked.
Oh, yeah.
I won't go.
Yeah. No, well, I agreed. I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
But I do have one coming up this summer. I cannot wait.
Where are you going?
We're going to Paris.
Oh,
Right on.
Petty. When are you going?
We're going in July, and Betty will be at her first term of Camp Mystic ever.
Oh, that's
So
where my
fun.
girls went.
Yeah. My sisters both went to Mystic as well. And so this is going to be her first time. And so she'll be well taken care of. It's a guilt-free vacation.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh my gosh,
That's
is
incredible.
really great.
I'm very jealous.
Me
But
too.
I'm really looking forward to that flight and having like some room, and my butt's not going to get really hurting.
Yeah.
You
sitting
don't
on
even
it.
know. You don't even know what's
Yeah.
coming.
I've done it to Australia. It's an 18-hour flight on Qantas if you fly direct from Dallas to
That
Australia.
seems like the cream of the crop of the flights.
And it really makes it doable.
yeah.
It's because it's such a long flight.
Yeah.
First class international.
That's
Once you do it,
amazing.
you never go back.
Yeah, can't.
Can't.
Gosh, it's amazing that those airplanes can stay in the air that long.
I know, it
18
really is.
hours.
Kind of
Qantas,
freaky.
Qantas was named the safest airplane in the world.
Yeah. And they always have the best. They always win the awards.
Yeah.
I've never flown that flight.
It's-
or that
yeah.
airline.
Yeah, it's
But I
it's
feel like
good.
it would make my list.
It would make your list.
The last 2 things I wrote are like super geeky old people, but I said to whenever I do Wordle and reading the Sunday morning paper.
Oh,
Those are geeky adult things that make me weirdly happy.
yeah.
Do you do the Quordle, which is 4 at a time? It's 4 Wordles at once.
No, but I just got
If
so
you're,
excited.
oh my God. Okay. There's
She's hopping up, running out the door.
There's also something called Secordle, and that is 20 at a time, which my dad is
That'll
like
take me
obsessed
all
with.
day.
Well, it's funny. It takes my dad like 30 minutes in the morning to do the Secordle, but he likes it more than any of the other ones.
I'm gonna put
So is it like a crossword puzzle?
Oh, Wordle is the most amazing little game. We
Oh,
got to show it to her.
I'm gonna have to download. I don't know it.
Oh, you don't know it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's so fun.
We'll
it's
show it
from
to
the
you.
New York Times.
Oh,
I do it
good.
every morning when I'm working out. We'll show it to you. It's
Okay, cool.
super fun.
Good.
Do either of you read the paper?
No.
No.
I have Dallas Morning News app on my phone, and I pay whatever it is. I think it's $2 a month. But I find that I watch it or look at it way less than I ever have.
You know, I really don't care about the news.
Me neither.
But there's something about the Sunday morning with a cup of coffee and
Tom loves
you're
the
not in a
paper.
hurry and
Yeah.
it's more than just news. It's got, the what's happening in Dallas and it's bigger. It's more than that. And that they've got that good sections.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's, this made me appreciate like maturing, and getting like, it seems like as we get older, we seem to appreciate smaller things.
And
Even though the international flight's not so small.
Yeah. Well, and another thing about it is too, not only do we appreciate some of the smaller things more, but we allow ourselves to focus on those things that bring us joy. So, like for me, I rarely say yes when I want to say no. I just don't do it.
We know.
You do know that, don't you?
You gave us a little preview of that at lunch today.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not doing any of that.
Not engaging here.
But that's what I think is kind of cool about it, is because for some reason you can just justify doing everything and anything you want.
Yeah.
As long as, and you don't want to hurt people, so it's
No.
not going to be anything like that. Because you think, hey, it's, there's an end in sight, so I'm going to do exactly what I want to do.
Oh,
and I like
I
it.
bet you that people who watch you do, I mean, even watching you disengage today at lunch, like, I was so like, that's badass, because I was moderately engaged, even though I wanted to do exactly what you were doing and completely disengage with this woman. Tom was the nicest one of all.
Yeah, Tom was really nice.
I feel like
nice.
I do that a lot. I am definitely, I will take the high road always,
You
because
really
I think it
did.
takes less effort for me, for maybe not for Janice, but for me, it takes less effort to just dig in and just go through the
You were
river of shit that we had to go through.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you
but
really
it
were.
would have been harder for me to be an a-hole and just disengage, because then it would have just made the lunch seem longer.
Was I a-hole?
No, you were not, but you were getting, you were,
I was silent. I
You were
was
absolutely not an
I was
a-hole.
like a deaf mute.
but you were definitely getting, you were doing
got
what
your
you
point
wanted
across.
to do, and
Yes.
you have the testicular fortitude to like get it done.
Yeah.
How did you know
I must
had
be a pussy.
How did you know I had testicular testicles?
Testicular.
You know what I'm saying? But I just, to me, it was easier to be nice than to be shut off.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's
pretty
just,
easy for me
yeah.
to shut off and shut down.
Well, I thought both of you were brilliant in your own really unique ways, and that was a really interesting experiment. Not that we were experimenting, but I have never been to lunch with somebody so aggressive. This woman just had a lot of really strong, hardcore opinions. And I have strong opinions, but I don't think I'm right. And that you're wrong. This woman thought she was right and everybody else was wrong. And if you didn't buy what she was selling, you were stupid. That was her attitude. And so just to give our listeners some context, but I mean, Tom, you were so lovely.
When you asked a lot of really good questions, Tom, because she does have some information. You know, but I was so out of it. I just shut. I mean, I'm surprised I wasn't snoring.
You could just tell you were like, within 30 seconds, you went to your happy place.
Yeah.
But I learned lessons on being the value of both types of personalities at that. I mean, you two were both kind of at extremes.
Yeah, we couldn't. It was because we just sat down at a restaurant. It would have been really weird to just get up and walk away. Whereas if we had met her at a bar, I would have just turned around and walked away.
Right.
But since we kind of had just sat down and
we invited her.
We
to
invited
lunch.
we invited her to the lunch, I just was like, we're just got to dig in and get it through this.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah, you did. You did great. And we were nice. We paid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We paid for her burger that
Yeah.
she didn't eat because she doesn't eat vegetables or anything. Did you hear that? Anyway,
Yeah. She eats only meat.
I only eat meat. I don't do vegetables or any of that stuff. Like
Yeah.
the vegetables were nasty.
Oh, interesting.
Strange.
Oh, great, more avocado
She was
for
pushing
me.
the hell out of beet juice, though.
She talked to you about that for
Oh, yeah.
a solid
And
10.
that was the one thing that I engaged in. I hate beets.
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, dear.
As Mary Catherine would say, well, they love you.
Sweet Mary Catherine.
Well, thanks for listening, you all. We hope you have the most amazing week. We hope that you will reflect on some of the little pleasures that exist in your life, and that you guys have an amazing week. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.